In the next video, I will be showing you how you can create your first agent with the Azure Foundry and what kind of skills you need to have it on that one. I also will move the agent or publish the agent from the Azure to my own server, which is located home, and I will be describing the process how to do that one. And I show you the Azure part, and I also show you how the agent will be working at the end of the project. Total time of creating the agent took me about 1 hour, and it was quite straightforward and quite easy to make it at the end. But it takes some time to practice, so it's good to try something easy and make it step by step a bit more difficult. Now that you open the first time your Azure Foundry, it's gonna be showing you the user interface and giving you some ideas how to use this one. And here is also possibility to create your first agent. If you just click the create agent, it creates your default project, and then you can create the name for the agent. So it's gonna be asking you the agent name, and in here it creates you so-called playground where you can make really the agent modifications. I will enable the voice, so I like to be talking to the agent and I like to see how it's going to be working when I'm going to be using it. Then I will be giving the instructions. This is quite similar as it is in Copilot Studio, so you give the instructions, and in my case I could be adding a lot of data sources, but in here I want to create an agent that is giving me information from the company Sulava Mea website and giving me the answers, and I can discuss about the services and different topics on that website. But as mentioned before, you can create multiple different kind of sources and tasks, and again, the better your prompt is, the better the answer will be. And you can see that it's now using the web search, but in here you can have multiple other sources also if you like to. In the knowledge you can add the different data sources and even the connecting to Foundry IQ or different kind of a connection places. Memory, it's not available in my case in here because this is now in project in a different region, which is not allowing it to be here. But then I can see the other features, what you can see that how many conversations there has been. You can monitor the agent, you can create the evaluations of the agent usage. So it's a lot better than the previous versions. So this is on the new Foundry user interface, the demonstrations. I can try this one. And when it's connected, I can make the questions. Allow microphone. And it should be answering the question based on the prompt what I'm asking for.
If you mean Sulava MEA's Frontier Firm Live service, it is Sulava MEA's subscription-based service for companies that want to start their journey toward becoming an AI-native frontier firm. Sulava describes a frontier firm as an organization that rebuilds its operations around AI, using copilots, agents, and digital workflows across the business, while people provide direction and oversight. https://www.sulavamea.com/frontier-firm-live.
And you can see that it's right away answering on the right grounding. It knows where it's going to be finding the information, and it can look from the website. Or if I take out the web possibility, it is now fully grounded on that source what I have defined. So on the next questions, when I'm asking something else what is not within the Sulava website, it's going to be having different kind of an answer for me. So in this case, I ask something what is not in the website.
Checking weather. Welcome. I can't access today's weather. I'm limited to answering questions based only on content from www.sulavamea.com. If you have a question about that site, I'd be happy to help.
And you can see that it's not able to answer now that I have created the agent in Azure Foundry, I needed to open my VS Code, and in the VS Code I use the GitHub CLI and Copilot CLI. That enables me to use the Claude models, and right now the available model is the 4.7 or 4.6 in the Claude, and also on the GPT there's the 5.5 available, which I'm going to be using. I don't have to use any coding. I just have to connect my VS Code to Azure with the plugins, and also connect the VS Code to my local server, which is at home. And then I describe that I have this agent. Can you create the agent or publish the agents to my own PC? And it will be asking few additional questions. For example, the location of the services, and also what kind of functions I want to have, or how I want to be displaying the agent. In my case, I also needed to do in the Azure the speech model. So I had to create the speech in the Azure, but that was the only thing what I needed to do addition of the agent, because I wanted the agent to be able to speak and not only take the typing. I didn't create the avatar to home, but it's also possible to create the avatar version at home. It needs also the approval of the avatar models in the Azure, but it's quite easy to do also that one. Now that I have installed and published the agent on my own PC and in own location, I can make the questions in here, and it's gonna be starting the listening what I'm gonna be asking, and you can speak to it, and answers comes from the voice, also from the agent.
Here's a concise explanation sourced directly from the Solava MEA website. Frontier Firm Live, sometimes referred to as the Frontier Firm service, is Solava MEA's flagship, subscription-based offering.
And now the agent is able to answer all of your questions, and if you want to make a modification or add more sources, you can do it in the Azure as described earlier.